This tutorial will introduce the procedure to connect your Gate Scientific Hotplate Stirrer to your laboratory's existing wireless network. Begin by rotating the mode selection knob to the setup position. Next, rotate the heat knob to select the Wi-Fi networks option. Press the heat knob to confirm your selection. The hot plate will immediately begin a scan for available wireless networks. Wireless networks detected during the scan will be displayed in the network selection box in green text. If your hot plate stirrer has any wireless networks already configured, those will be displayed in red text. It may take multiple scans for the hot plate to detect the wireless network in your laboratory. If your network is not detected in the initial scan, you can initiate additional scans by selecting the rescan option in the network selection box. Then press the heat knob. The action confirmation box will now be active. This confirmation box is currently in the disabled state. Rotate the heat knob to enable the confirmation box. The action box is now enabled. Press the heat knob to confirm the action and the hot plate stirrer will begin a new scan. Any newly detected networks will now be available in the network selection box. To add a network, select a green-colored network in the network selection box. Press the heat knob to confirm the selection. Your hot plate stirrer can connect to wireless networks supporting WPA or WPA2 security authenticated with passwords. Passwords are sometimes called pre-shared keys. This password will be available from your laboratory's network administrator. With the network selected, you will now be required to enter the password for the network. You will enter the password one character at a time. You select the first character in the network password by rotating the heat knob. Rotating the knob slowly moves through the available characters, while rapid movement of the heat knob will quickly move through the available characters. You can move both forward and backward through the set of characters. The available characters includes the full range of lower and uppercase English letters, numbers, punctuation, symbols, and the space character. When you have the first character selected, you advance to the next character by rotating the stir knob. You then select the next character in your network password using the heat knob as before. Continue this process to enter each character in your password. If you make a mistake, you move back to a previous character by rotating the stir knob counterclockwise. Then correct the error using the heat knob. Use the stir knob to move back to the end of the password and continue your entry. Characters can be deleted from the end of the password by selecting the delete character. The delete character is before the lowercase a and looks like an arrow pointing to the left. With the delete character selected, rotate the stir knob counterclockwise and the last character will be removed from the password. When you have entered the complete password, you press the heat knob to confirm the entry. This will move the selector to the action confirmation box. The action confirmation box will be in the disabled state. At this point, make sure you have selected the correct network and that the password you have entered is correct. If you've made any mistakes, you can leave the action confirmation box in the disabled state and press the heat knob to return to the network selection box. Make any changes, and then continue on by pressing the heat knob. Make changes if necessary to the password, then return to the action confirmation box with another press of the heat knob. When all entries are correct, enable the action confirmation box by rotating the heat knob, then press the heat knob to add the network. The network will immediately be added to the hotplate stirrer and persistently stored in the device's memory, even when the device is unpowered. You should not need to configure the network again unless the network password changes. Once the network is added, the hotplate stirrer will also begin attempts to connect to that network. It may take several minutes for the hotplate stirrer to fully establish its presence on the network. You can confirm that the device has completed this process by examining the list of network IP addresses that the hotplate stirrer has acquired. You should find an IP address that is similar to the IP address assigned to other devices on the network. If you wish to delete a configured network for any reason, return to the Wi-Fi networks configuration page. Configured networks will be displayed in the network selection box using red text. Select the network that you would like to delete and press the heat knob to confirm. The selector will move to the action confirmation box. The confirmation box will be in the disabled state. If you press the heat knob while the confirmation box is in the disabled state, the selector will return to the network selection box and you can select a different network. When the selector is on the action confirmation box and the correct network is displayed in the network selection box, rotate the heat knob to enable the confirmation box and press the heat knob to confirm. The hotplate stirrer will terminate any existing connection to that network, permanently delete the network from its memory, and begin searching for another configured network to connect to. This concludes this video tutorial. If you have any questions, please contact your Gate Scientific representative or the technical support team.